Well, it was definitely interesting getting up on this stage. Good evening all. Welcome to the New Faces Awards. My name is Phaedra Prendergast and I'm the editor-in-chief of WOTC magazine. Thank you. WOTC magazine is a platform created to celebrate everyday women. It's created to celebrate those that are in the background and they don't usually get a look in, but they're doing phenomenal work. So we have created a platform to pioneer those women. And being someone that wasn't born in this country, I was actually born in Jamaica. So I was born in Jamaica and I lived there until I was 7 years old, actually. And I moved here in 2000, age 7. So I was raised in East London. And I actually come from a background that you wouldn't typically, I guess, associate with someone who, you know, runs a magazine. So to have so many of you in the room, our nominees especially, those that we are able to put forward and push and gather in the room. For someone like me who, when I came here at 7, you know, I didn't have a father. I didn't have a father figure. I didn't have someone to lead me. I didn't grow up with, you know, what I needed, I guess, in quotes, to be able to form the things that I needed to. But to be given this opportunity to be at the helm of this magazine and create opportunities just like the one that I was given when I was offered this, you know, position as editor-in-chief to, you know, reshape what a woman in power can look like. Because typically the media describes this woman or portrays this woman as, you know, skinny, a size 8 or blonde. But when, but growing up, I didn't see a woman that looked like me. So it was even hard to dream. I couldn't actually imagine myself on a stage like this. But to sit here with you all today, it is an absolute honor. It is an absolute pleasure because I get to give back that same opportunity that I was given when I was put at the helm of this magazine to help another young woman, help another Phaedra, because there's so many more out there right now. So what are events like this for? What are nights like this for? It's very simple, to find another story like mine. And it's the very reason why every single person was nominated, because like myself, they may not have grown up in East London. They may not have had an absent father, but they too have a story. So tonight is just a night of stories. And stories are being told with songs. Stories are being told with glamour. Stories are being told with conversation. Stories are going to be told with some wine. But I'm so excited to see the winners tonight. I'm so excited for all of you that were nominated. And even if you do not win tonight, I need you to know that there's another you out there. There's another you out there. And the fact that you can have this platform to share your story and for them to know you, it means that another you can have that opportunity too. And another you can see it is not impossible. So with that, welcome. Welcome to tonight. So I'm about to ask to join me on the stage 3 incredible women who have led some, in fact, no, sorry, that would be 4 incredible women who have led incredibly, beautifully in their industries. The first is Alexandra Shulman, who is the former British Vogue editor and the longest standing of the magazine. It is Mary Alade, who is leading at Aeon. It is also, yes, give her a round of applause. Alexandra Shulman, everybody. Mary Alade, everybody, Chief Strategy Officer at Aeon. We have Natalie from Curve. She's the COO. Give her a round of applause. And Frances Card. Hi, Frances. Come and join me on stage, darling. And Frances is a fashion god. Let's call her that. She's a fashion god. Yes, darling.
Do the runway.
I was going to wear that dress.
Oh, wow. 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 Well, you look incredible in this. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves so briefly. But also, I have a little icebreaker question for you all as you introduce yourself. So just a quick, brief introduction just to our guests in the room. And don't they look beautiful, guys? Yeah? What 3 words would you use to describe your careers so far? And whoever wants to take the lead on that.
I love taking the lead on things. My name's Natalie Usman, and I work for a fintech called Curve. It's an all-your-cards-in-one proposition. I'm the chief operating officer there. I would say that my career has been about being bold, being brave, and just taking risks. I don't mind taking a risk, and I don't mind failing. It's okay.
Amazing, I love that, and I think so many of us are afraid to fail, right? And who's next? Mary?
I'll go next. So my name is...
We're doing it like this. Yeah,
My name's Mary, and I'm the Chief Strategy Officer for a company called Aeon Reinsurance Solutions Limited. 3 words that I would use to describe my career so far. Fulfilling, fun, and fulfilled.
Is she cheating a little bit there?
I did, right?
She cheated. Thank you so much, Mary and Frances.
It's me next. Alex, sorry, but it's me next.
It's you, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know I was coming up here, but, hello, everybody. Hello. I think my career is distilled into developing. And I love it when you develop people, when you actually have people that have enormous potential, but you manage to help them or mentor them or make them into something awesome. And I'm so lucky to have done that with lots of people. I think that it's fulfilling was very good. I love that. And when your husband's an idiot, then it's great. It's great if you get fulfilled at work. What can I do? That's true. And I hope you see this. Yes.
Frances Card, ladies and gentlemen.
And then I think the last thing is that I love our industry so much, and it is wonderful to be able to participate in what we do. I think it's, we make people happy every day. We know that, whether we're a sales assistant or we're a designer or we are a logistics fulfillment person. Whatever we do, we make people's lives better. I'm done.
Thank you so much, Frances. And then Alexandra.
Okay, so I'm Alexandra. It's a bit like an AA meeting, this. So I edited... No, I'm not an addict. I edited Vogue for 25 years, so I was Alexandra Shulman. was Alexandra Shulman, editor of Vogue, and now I'm Alexandra Shulman, and that's kind of wonderful thing to be, but it's odd not to have that tagline on you. And for those 25 years, it was my career. It's so hard to do it in kind of 3 adjectives, but I would say creative, demanding, and fun, really. Yeah, great fun.
I love that. Thank you so much to you all. And I'm going to get stuck right into it. Yes, Francis, you're first. You're first. You've had such an extensive career. What is the biggest or best kept secret you've learnt during your career? Because, of course, you've done Harvey Nichols, you've done Farfetch, Matches. And I think you've led, most of the thriving luxury retail businesses. So go on, spill. What is the best kept secret?
I'm better than anyone.
Wait, can you say that into the mic?
Yeah.
Go, say it to the mic.
Oh, sorry. I'm better than anyone. So, yeah. No, I don't mean that. I think it's really interesting that those businesses are superb and fabulous and wonderful. Mm-hmm. But it's great if you have the opportunity to be allowed to look at them and give your opinion. Mm-hmm. And what did you go, like that for? But I think it's when you respect, when you do what I do, so I'm a consultant, so you respect a brand because you go into it to try and support them and help them. Mm-hmm. But when you expect it, you do absolutely want to make the best for them. And not that I'm pitching, I do the best for them, okay?
Thank you. And Alexandra, the role of an editor-in-chief is a very powerful one, allowing you to control narratives and influence perspectives. How would you say you use this during your tenure as editor-in-chief? And what advice would you give to the younger generation of writers and editors seeking to enter that also?
So I worked in magazines in a wonderful time. I mean, you're doing your magazine now, and it's a different era, and you do it a different way. And I think the priorities different to which mine were. So I'm going to talk about what kind of mine were, and I think to really love the creativity of your contributors, and I think as an editor, you get the glory from being an editor. It's like the big name. Yes. But actually, you're only as good as the people who create for you and your team. So I think the secret is to hire really good people and encourage them to be their best. I mean, it stood me in good stead for 25 years, and I think it probably still works now.
Thank you so much. I think that's very key. And Natalie, in your view, what would you consider to be the biggest challenge your industry is facing at the moment, especially considering women?
So I've written an article about this, actually, which is that women are lacking in the financial services and technology industries. I'm an engineer, so I always lived my life with mostly men, so it's something that's kind of normal for me, but my mission is to bring more women in. Yes. There's a table full of them, and they're gorgeous over there. So I love bringing women into the company, and I think it brings just so much more to the company. So yeah, I've been doing that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and shout out to that table of women that you're on.
You're beautiful.
And to you, Mary, the gender pay gap, let's talk about that. It's something that's very real in society at the moment. Women are getting paid less for doing the same things as men. So what can we as women do to change that? And what do you think the solution is to the gender pay gap?
I think, first of all, we need to play our parts in bringing young women into our various industries. So you mentioned engineering and you worked with mainly men. I think there needs to be an education process for young ladies to actually say you can get into this specific role. Because if you look at it, it's certain industries and certain roles are mainly filled by men, white men, and they're the ones that earn the most. I think, first of all, we have a responsibility to make it an equal playing field in the careers of our young ladies, and gradually, we need women to start to fill senior roles and senior leadership, because only then can we work together, work with members of the board, collaborate, and that has a trickling effect. So it's a combined effort from us women who are already on the ladder. And yes, organizations do have a part to play, but we also need to meet somewhere in the middle.
Absolutely, I agree. Thank you so much. Thank you. That definitely deserves a round of applause. And now back to you, Francis. And we were talking about failure earlier, actually. And I think a lot of people are afraid of, failure and rejection and so on. How have you overcome any mental obstacles along your own journey?
Oh, that's great. No, I like that a lot. I think my biggest support, I have just one member of family. So I have very little else. I think it's about, as I said before, about developing people. So when you develop people, there's a comfort blanket that goes around you that says, I've made that person's life better. I did it, and I didn't have to do it, but I just made it better. And then it's the businesses that you watch grow when you're working with them, and you see that you are enriching them. I mean, that's really cool. That's like the best elixir of life. And I drink. And, sorry, I shouldn't say that. But I do drink. I know I really shouldn't say that. This is why she doesn't tell me I'm doing it.
Yeah, you've got to just sneak it in there.
Yeah. No, but but it is like the best drink. When you have your last drink or your first. Oh, shut up. It's wonderful because you've made a business do something that it couldn't have done without you. And they don't even know that, but it's just awesome. And then, of course, the third thing is friends. Friends. And new friends, because I have a new friend tonight. So, yeah.
Wonderful, I love it. Women connecting with women. And Alexandra.
She's not that nice.
No. Michelle, no, don't worry, I'm vouching for you. As the former editor of one of the most important publications of our times, what key challenges did you face in such a highly esteemed position? Because your words for 20 years or so could make or break a business in literally seconds. And, British Vogue is disclosed as, the fashion Bible. So what challenges did you face with all that responsibility and power?
Well, how much time have you got? No, just I think in a sentence, obviously, if you inherit something, and I think editing Vogue is like inheriting something, it's way bigger than any editor who takes it on. I mean, you do it for your period of time, and then someone else takes it over and they make it yours. So for your period of time, you have a voice. And I think your challenge is to feel that your voice is true to you. And I felt very responsible for editing a magazine that I thought would be interesting for possibly a broader demographic than a pure fashion demographic. But in the end, I think the great thing about being an editor is that you put stuff in magazines that interest you. I mean, that's the great luxury of being an editor. And I had a wonderful time doing it.
Thank you so much. And finally, Natalie, How do we ensure that C-suite leaders in your industry are able to pass on the baton so that the organization's vision doesn't stop with them?
Easy. It's you put diversity in leadership positions and
Wow,
they
wow,
will
wow.
bring diversity.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Was that all that you had to add?
I mean, that's been working for me at Curve. We have 50 nationalities and, amongst 500 people.
Oh, wow.
I'm really proud
Wow.
of the diversity we brought into Curve, and I will continue to do that.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, ladies. Give it up for our 4 incredible women tonight, guys. That's the end of the panel. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.